What's going on, my peoples? We are here. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there, man. Hope you guys doing good. Hope you guys staying blessed. Um, before I start on this, before I start on this, I just want to say, man, I wish nothing but the best for all the truck drivers out there. I wish 100% guidance on the road. Um, everything you do, just do it safely. I always think about making it home. Drive safe, wear your seatbelts, um, get your proper rest in, eat right, exercise. If you're over the road, don't try to push it, get out and look, and all that safety stuff, man. You know what I mean? We wish good on all truckers. And one of the things, man, I wish for all truckers to make the money that they wish to make. Just do it in a safe way. You know what I mean? Now, this is live. I didn't plan to go live this morning, but I just want to inform all the truck drivers out there, man. Just understand what it is that you're doing. This is our profession. This is our job that we do on a daily. So I'm not an hours of service expert because I remember when I was doing the logbooks, I wasn't good at doing the split stuff, doing the split stuff. So I stayed away from that stuff, right? But one thing I did know is that, oh yeah, dirty, I seen it. But one thing I do know, I know that all the companies that I work for operates on the 70-hour rule. Why do they operate on the 70-hour rule, RLC? Oh, let me explain. I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna tell you why. Majority of trucking companies operate on the 70-hour rule. You want to know why? Because they operate 7 days a week. That's why. Now, Clarence, let me ask y'all a question. Anybody know why a company out there operates on the 60-hour rule? Oh, I know. Yeah, go ahead. You in the back. Oh, because they don't operate 7 days a week? Bingo. Listen, you guys got to learn your rules, man, before you start trying to throw somebody under the bus, make somebody look bad, you know, because we're here to motivate people and stuff like that. And more importantly, you need to understand the rules for yourself. You get what I'm saying? We all food service drivers. Well, not all of us, but most of us are food service drivers. Even the fuel drivers. The majority of truckers I know, the companies that they work for operate 7 days a week. They're on the 70-hour rule. I don't know too many people on the 60-hour rule, guys. So therefore, I'm not an expert on this 60-hour thing. But I mean, like, it's common sense, though. You know what I mean? One thing I do want to interject, one thing I do want to say, when you look at the DOT rules, right? Because first of all the drivers out there that sending the pay stub, keep on sending them. And I keep on posting them to motivate drivers, help drivers get their CDL, get up off the couch. Keep on sending them. Now, sometimes the drivers, every now and then I have a driver send a pay stub that literally confuse people. I'm gonna tell you why it confused people, right? There's two type of paychecks. You got drivers that get paid weekly, and you got drivers that get paid every 2 weeks. Now, I posted this one pay stub before, and it states on the pay stub that the driver got paid for 144 hours. Oh, you in the back? Go ahead. Oh, RLC, isn't that over 70 hours? Because 70 times two, that's 140. You violated. Um, you in the back. DOT states that you cannot drive. You can't drive past 70 hours. DOT did not say that you can't be on duty. DOT said that you can't come in and work in the warehouse or do something around the yard or go in the truck as a helper. DOT states that you cannot drive. So therefore, you can be on the clock after you hit your driving limit. You can be on the clock. You just cannot drive. You can't drive. You guys, please learn and understand. Because when these pay stubs I post, that's why I ain't post no pay stubs in a long time. It confuses people. Don't be confused. You got to know how much food it is that you're leaving on the table. You can still eat if you're willing and able, but you got to know the rules. A lot of you guys don't know the rules, and you guys are leaving meal on the table, man. You're leaving food on the table. I have a couple weeks where I went over 70. Guess what? I didn't drive over 70. Why I didn't drive over 70? Because that would be a violation. Now, let me back up. Let me back up. This is one thing that gets let our mind. You know, it, stop thinking about it at least. Start thinking on the shift. Stop thinking about it at least. Live just that's for the AP class or the that's for that's for the advanced class. We're not gonna get into that. Stop thinking about it as week. You know, they're thinking about it as you can literally start your shift on Wednesday. So we gotta stop thinking. It's not that hard, fellas. You just gotta slow it down and try to understand what rule do your company abide by. Is it the 60 hours or the 70 hours? And as I told you, I know nobody in my circle abide by that 60 hours. I know nobody. None. Zero. Built. Everybody that I know operates on the 70-hour rule. Their company rolls out 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 365 days for the year, every day basically. You know what I mean? That's how they operate.
So I just don't know. Y'all give me a minute right here. To that DB. To that. Yeah, my bad, Joe. We here, we back. But yeah, DB said your pay period and your hours of service may not start on the same day. His don't. You know what I mean? Everybody got to know their company rules. Because that's another thing. That's an important. That's a I'm glad you brought that up because you have some companies that they just have their own company rules. And what do I mean by that? I'm gonna explain it to you. They have a company thing. Get out this bad so I can drop a link.
Hold on. Yeah. So yeah, I think the link is up. Yeah, shout out to all the truckers out there, man. I just hope you guys take the time out to understand what it is that you guys are doing out here, man. What's going on, Dirty?
What's happening, man?
And we here, man. Everything good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We out here. We out here with you. Yeah, I seen that, and I get that a lot too, man. When people question like the hours of service, and that's why I figured I'd just hit the link to explain it, because sometimes it don't translate when I'm texting it. You know what I mean? Like for
Yeah,
instance, like me right now, right? I
yeah.
got I got 4 days in already. I worked an extra day, right? So
Uh-huh.
right now I'm at 48 hours. Okay,
Mhm.
but I just had my reset because my pay period starts on Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
So I had my reset. So I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, right?
yeah.
Then got
Uh-huh.
my reset. You know what I mean? So then I got a
Mhm.
fresh 70, and I still got 2 days left in the pay period. You know what I mean?
So so you can actually your check. I'm glad you brought that up because your check
So
can
it's going to
actually
show
stay
more hours than
90 hours. Yeah.
exactly. There you
It can
go.
even
There
it can
you
stay
go.
up to 90 hours and you're good because you got your reset.
There you go.
So that's why I stated that people got to stop looking at it as a weekly thing. That's where a lot of
Exactly.
guys mess up too, man.
Yep. That's all the confusion is, and because they comparing the hours of service to a pay period. You know what I mean? Now that'd be true if your hours of service and your pay period started on the same day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And you understand. Well, I know you understand. Like, why you think guys get confused when like for instance, like people what I do work have like 80 hours on their pay stub. Like, I don't know why it confuses people that like you can stay on duty after 70 hours. Like, what part of that they don't understand? You think?
Right. And then you got the whole weekly, bi-weekly thing. I don't know. So I don't know. People just need to just ask the question. You know what I mean? When they don't understand, instead of just assuming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, I get that a lot too, man. Sometimes I get frustrated trying to answer, but it is what it is. Some people they just don't know, you know.
Yeah. Do you know any company that goes by that 60-hour rule?
No, not by the 60-hour rule. Nah, not truck driving.
I, yeah, I don't know any man, so I
Yeah,
couldn't even tell you. Like,
yeah, we all run on the 70. Yep.
I don't know any. Trust.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to do a like a dual live feed on something like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To to
because it
to to
will help
bring.
a lot of guys, man. Because I even hear people on YouTube trying to explain it,
Hmm.
and it seems like a lot of them just trying to get some views because they don't know what they're talking about. A lot of them.
Yeah, I get it. Yep. Yep. So I don't know. Maybe one day we could sit down, like I said, and we could do like one of them dual live feeds, and we can explain it to the people, do a video on it. Kind of make it short because people attention span is real short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, you're
So
right
you
about
gotta be
that.
real. We get right to the point, man. No
Hmm.
fluff. Tell them what it is. But
Yeah.
all right, brother. I just got loaded. I got to get running here. I'll holler at you. I'll be listening.
All right, take it
All right,
easy.
man. All right, later. Yep.
Yeah, appreciate Dirty Broke for chiming in. Anybody want to chime in on this, man? Just let me know. Just hit the link. Come on in and chime in. I know it's early in the morning. Rolling down the road right now. This week, well, it's slow. I can't do it this week, but one of these when it gets busy again, man, I'm gonna stay on the clock for over 70 hours, so I can show you guys how it's done. You can be on duty after 70. You just cannot drive after 70. You know what I mean? We don't need to get into the how many hours a day you can drive. We don't need to get into that. Everybody know. Everybody know the on duty. A lot of people don't know this though. Let me explain this. Let me explain the 16-hour rule. Do you guys know the 16-hour rule? Matter of fact, I'm not going to explain it because I don't want to confuse nobody. I, yeah, I ain't going to explain it. But basically, to make a short story short, let me say it like this: a 16-hour rule, you can basically be on duty for a 16-hour period. But this applies to local truckers. Now, in that 16-hour period, you still only have 11-hour drive time. And with this 16-hour period, you can only use it one time before you reset. I, as I say, I'm not going to use weekly like some of you guys, man. I can't use that. Everybody week starts different, man. So you cannot use two 16-hour period within one shift. Within before yeah, you have to be able to reset before you can use another 16. Now there are some strict rules that I'm not even going to talk about because I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to talk about nothing I don't know about. But if you lay over, just know this: if you lay over, you can't use a 16-hour shift rule once you start laying over and stuff. Shout out to everybody that's up in here, man. I appreciate y'all for coming in and chiming in. So you know, all the food service drivers out there, man, y'all can keep sending in y'all pay stub if y'all want to. Once I see the crazy, because I see a lot of hours on a lot of people pay stub, and I knew that if I post some of them, a lot of people would get confused. So I'm gonna start posting them again, man. Because we're not gonna let that stop us from motivating guys and getting in the game and doing what they want to. You know what I mean? Not doing what they want to, but working as much as they're legally can work. Hell, a truck driver can be on duty 90 hours, 100 hours. If there's a rule that said a truck driver got to stop being on duty and amount of hours, let me know because I don't know. The only thing that I know is that ever since I've been driving, I've been a 70-hour guy. I can't drive no more than 70 hours before I reset. I only been on 70 hours company. Driving, guys. Nothing to do but on duty. And food service drivers confuse a lot of people because there's a lot of times where food service drivers, they're out of hours, but they want to come in on an extra day to be a helper. And guess what? When you become a helper, you're going to go over your 70. And once you go over your 70, that's where the confusion comes in. And I'm just asking my peoples out there, man, we're just going to simplify it. You just can't drive. All right, we're going to simplify it like this. We're not even going to drag it out before I change the subject. You can't drive past 70. All right, let me simplify. Let me back up. First of all, let me say this. I'm going to wrap this up right now. Majority of food service companies out there operate on a 70-hour clock, 8-day period. If there's any out there that don't, that's just different. That's up to you to follow their rules. But the majority of companies operate on that 70, right? I know some that don't, but I'm not even going to try to confuse the people. I'm just going to tell you, majority of companies operate on the 70. You cannot drive past the 70 in a shift. But let's use weekly to simplify it. Let's use weekly. We'll use weekly. I'll default to using weekly. You cannot drive past 70 hours weekly. You cannot drive past 11 hours on a shift. You cannot be on duty past 14 hours on a shift. However, you can be on duty 16 hours locally on a shift. But in order to do that 2 times in a week, you have to reset. However, exceptions. You can stay on duty past 70 hours. You just cannot drive past 70 hours. That was easy. We're going to move past that. Miami Heat won. We're going to move past that, man. I hope everybody get it. So once y'all see these pay stuff come out, man, like, trust me, but first of all, let me back up. Before I change the subject, let me back up. Let me say this. If I see any violations on anybody pay stuff, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to post it. I will not post it. I'm just not built like that. And majority of companies out there, I don't think they're gonna let that slide. They got too much people in place. They got too much to lose to let that slide. So change the subject, man. The Miami Heat won, and the majority of these NBA so-called experts, so-called analysts, so-called journalists. Yeah, I know it's only game two and it won, but nobody gave the Heat to even win one game, yo. Oh, it's gonna be a sweep. Let me tell you, you gotta give coaching some credit. Eric made some crazy adjustment, and they got it done. Now Denver got a good coach also, but Eric is a brilliant coach, man. And G.I. Joe, what's going on, man? And hey G.I. Joe, before I run my mouth about the damn game, do you have anything you want to say about people getting confused about DOT hours? If you do, man, just go ahead and say it, because I hate to see our brothers and sisters in trucking and not knowing what the heck they talking about. Especially when I see a bunch of people try to explain this on YouTube, try just to get views, yo. You know what I mean? I even seen this dude, man. Like people do anything for views now these days. I'm one of them. But when it comes to serious stuff, I'm not gonna play around with people CDL like that, man. Now you guys know when I'm clowning around. Yeah, I know when I'm serious. See, there you go. I'm glad you brought that up. Oh man, yeah, that slipped past me. That slipped past my mind to even talk about. You don't have to pull over no more for a 30-minute break. Why? Why don't you? Why? What are you talking about? Because you can do your 30-minute break on duty these days. Local truckers. I'm not gonna speak for over the road truckers, but local truckers, over the road truckers. If you like, I'm not even gonna talk for the over the road truckers on this one, because not a lot of truckers drive 8 hours straight before getting out and stretching their legs. So food service driver, listen to this, right? Majority of the stops that you do, you're gonna be there for more than 30 minutes. 30 minutes on duty will reset your clock, just like G.I. Joe just said. Now, over the road truckers is a little different. Any guy that drive more than 30 minutes, like, Yeah, but over the road truckers, they gotta pull over though, because they can't be continue driving. But most of over the road truckers, they are gonna pull over to get a coffee or get something to drink too. Where they could make the mistake at is they pulling over. Let's just say they pull over at a truck stop and they're not paying attention. This actually happened to me when I was going to South Carolina last year. I had a special load for Cheney. What happened to me is my 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 my. Let me go ahead and say my dumb ass. I pulled over because like I've been local so long that that I always get my reset without even thinking about it, like making the delivery. And I pulled over and I went and got something to drink, but I pulled off like within like 19 minutes. If I would have just stayed where I was for another 11 minutes, I would have been straight. I'm driving, not paying attention. I look at my damn time. I was like, oh shit, I got to get a 30-minute reset. You know what I mean? So I'm not over the road no more. So it threw me off. But I know locally you can literally get your reset at majority of the stop that you're doing. So you're literally going on, unless you're doing like 15-minute stops all day. Then you gotta at one of your stops, you just gotta literally just slow down so you can get your reset. And if you're doing 15-minute stops all day in food service, like you ain't making no money. So there ain't nobody out there that's just doing 15-minute stops. You know what I mean? Yo, we got seven people up in the building, man. That's up early in the morning, man. Where you guys are listening from? Let me know. Let me know. I appreciate 7 people early in the morning, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. I don't think I ever had 7 people this early in the morning before on a Monday morning too. Shout out to all over the road drivers out there, man. Regional, flatbed, stay ahead, um, drive van, refrigerated. Oh, you say once you got a sleeper, it's a little different, huh? Yeah, man. So basically, what inspired me to do this live, man, is you know, oh Phil, my bad. I don't have no info on McLean in Arlington, but I'll post it out there in the community. See if anybody got any info. Exactly, exactly. What inspired me to do this, man, is for the simple fact, man. Usually, when somebody make a comment on my videos, I usually like once it goes down the wrong road, I'm good at I'm good at I'm good at ignoring negativity. But when it got to do with like a truck driver's safety and the truck driver getting in trouble and people start talking about lawyers and manslaughter and stuff like that, you know, that's irresponsible, man. We gotta look out for each other, man. We gotta wish best on each other, man. I can't wish stuff on that on people, bro. And lawyers and stuff. I'm not built like that, bro. I wish good for humanity. I want to see all you guys get ahead, man. I want to see all you guys do what y'all got to do in life. You know, I just want to see you guys like successful. I can't sit here and wish for you guys to like drive over hours or get pulled over by DOT, lose your truck and get shut down and this and that. I'm not built like that. So when I get a comment like that, man, you know, it bothers me. I'm not gonna lie to you. That bothered me too. It triggered me. You know what I mean? And the number one reason it bothered me because whenever you got a driver that's stating something that's not fact, you're stating that a driver, oh look, the driver drove over 135 hours on his pay period. He violated. He did not violate it. It's clear that the driver made $6,000, so it doesn't take a genius to figure out that's a 2 week pay period. That's a 2 week check. Because if that's a 1 week check, you think I wouldn't be talking about it? You think everybody wouldn't be heading over to that job? That's clearly a 2 week check. And the last time I checked, I don't know if I'm wrong, guys. Let me know. 70 times 2 is 140. So therefore, 140 minus 135, the driver literally had 5 more hours of drive time. So this driver was kind enough to send in his pay stub to try to motivate some people. So he did not violate it. He did not violate it. And I'm going to reverse the energy. He's not going to get in an accident. He's not going to be charged with manslaughter. And if a lawyer look at this pay stub, they're not going to do nothing about it because they know it's legal. So shout out to all the lawyers out there. Shout out to everybody that's out there. All the truck drivers. You know what I mean? We got to keep on motivating people, man. We got to keep on educating people. Let me say this. Not everybody understand everything. So if you don't understand something, just ask a question, man. Stop making assumptions. I don't know everything. Guess what? I don't know anything about fuel. When I got a fuel question, guess who I call? I call Dirty. I'm like, hey, Dirty, such and such and such and such. Why? Because I'm not gonna make assumptions. I'm gonna ask the man that been doing it for years about fuel hauling. Like for instance, one of the questions I always ask him like, hey, Dirty, if I get a fuel job, what companies do I stay away from? And guess what? I'm educating myself because he told me, hey, if you get a fuel job, get with a company that got their own customers. So guess what? If I ever decide to get with a fuel company, I'm getting with a fuel company that have their own customers. Why? Because I educated myself with somebody that knows the fuel hauling business better than I do. G.I. Joe Trucker, he's over the road with a company that makes multiple stops. I looked up that company. It's a good company, good family company. They do multiple stops. They do warehousing and stuff like that. If I need to know anything about that company, I'm going to ask him about what they do. So if I'm looking to get with a company like that, I have an idea of what type of company to get with. Just educating yourself, guys. You got to educate yourself. You see what I'm talking about? Truck Abdullah, what's going on? G.I. Joe Trucker said, You can work as many hours as you want if you stay in the 150-mile-hour radius. Yeah, Joe, that's advanced class, right? Hey, we're not teaching that class today. That's advanced classes. We got to take it step by step with these people, man. What are you doing? That's AP classes, man. You know what I mean? We're not even gonna go down that road because there's so much rules to know, man. There's so much rules to know. That's AP classes right there, man. I remember in high school they talking about, oh, you gonna go in you gonna go in what do you call it? Uh, some guys got pre-algebra. They wanted to put me in algebra honors or whatever they call it. I'm like, man, slow down. I know I did good last year, but come on now. With that math and all that math. I got my little daughter taking college math and stuff like that. You gotta slow down on these people, man. You know what I mean? You gotta slow it all the way down. You know what I mean? Because there's so much rules out there, man. Guys just gotta know, man. Guys just gotta know. Hey, I bet they didn't know this. I bet they didn't know this. I'm gonna say something right now, and I guarantee you guys, it's gonna go over a lot of people's head because they just don't know. You can drive every single day of the year as a truck driver and never ever have to reset. Somebody just raised their hand in the back of the class. Man, you know what? I'm transferring out this class. You stupid RSC. What are you talking about? You can't drive every day of the week. And I'm gonna complain to the principal. This teacher is a clown. Yeah, you up front. Yeah, go ahead, Maggie. Yeah, RLC. How can you do that, sir? You know what, class? Never mind. We're not gonna get into that. You can literally drive every single day. Oh, you did all recaps on last week? I mean, drivers gotta start knowing these things, man. Because if you know these things, man, you're leaving money on the table. You know, like Dirty Broke always say, like, don't leave no crumbs on the table, yo. And I add my little 2 cents in. Don't leave no crumbs on the table as long as you're willing and able. None. Don't leave no crumbs on the table, man. It hurts me that some drivers don't know this is what we do. Imagine you trying to explain this to somebody, man, and you don't know. You know what I mean? Or you gonna drop a split sleeper berth? Man, you gonna hurt everybody's head, bro. Yeah, you drop that video, man. That's gonna be a good one. That's That split sleeper bird. I ain't gonna lie. That shit confusing. That's advanced math right there. That shit is confusing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna raise my hand and tell you right now. That shit confusing as hell. Bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one thing I stayed away from, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing though. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I try to when I was doing logbooks back in the days, I used to call myself split sleeper Burton. I knew what I was doing though. I just wanted to keep on driving, acting like I was acting like I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? I always told myself, okay, if I get pulled over, I'm just gonna tell them I was split sleeper Burton. I was gonna tell them I was split sleeper Burton and see if they buy it. You know what I mean? Tell them I'm trying to do the split sleeper bird, sir. You know what I mean? That's where DOT gonna turn into and some of the DOT if they buy it, they gonna turn into a what do you call it? Somebody that's trying to help you. You guys gotta know how to talk to people, man. Like you guys ever get pulled over and something ain't right. Something ain't right. Like when I was younger, man, like something ain't right, man. And you gotta know how to talk to people. You gotta, oh, my bad, officer. I thought I could if I'm coming from work, I thought I could just stay in the highway lane. I, I thought I thought I could just stay in this lane here because I'm coming from work. That's what the officer. No, sir. As soon as you start getting them to explaining, and you start looking like you're sad and you just don't know. Basically, that's how you get it. That's how you try to get out of a ticket, man. It's not being rude and being slick. It's just being humble, man, and acting like you don't know. You know what I mean? It happened. Hey, I got out of it not all the time, but most of the time, guys. You know what I mean? My bad, officer. I thought I could drive 20 hours in a row, man. I thought we just had a reset on a Sunday. What are you talking about, son? Let me explain something to you, boy. Let me explain something to you, boy. If I get pulled over in Alabama or something. Come here, boy. Step over here. Let me explain something to you there, boy. You know you can only drive up to 11 hours in a shift, right? My bad, sir. It's okay, boy. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you a chance this period. But just don't do it again there, son. Okay, sir. Let me tell you, have you ever get pulled over in one of them states where they start calling you boy? I'm going to tell you right now, truck drivers. I know we got a lot of pride, but just keep it inside, man, because you don't want them digging up anything else, man. Just because them right there, trust me, stay calm and collected. Because that they can turn a simple inspection into a nightmare. They'll go through everything on that truck if you sit there and try to be slick. I mean, even though, yeah, we know we don't like that word, but it is what it is, man. Oh, you say you basically stay at a rest stop? Man, I don't know what's going on with this sensor on this damn light right here, but it's taking forever. Hey, we got 11 people up in the building, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Anybody got anything they want to interject, man? Go ahead and let me know.
try to line up on these sensor the right way. Sometimes you got these stupid stoplight late at night, and damn, you gotta really hit these sensors, man. You know what I mean? If you don't hit these sensors, they ain't gonna go off. Just like a woman, man, you just gotta hit it in the right place, or ain't nothing gonna happen. You just gonna be wasting your time. You know what I mean? It's um uh shout out to all the ladies. Did I just say that? Y'all know what I mean. Sometimes I just got some bad examples, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. Is that a good example or a bad example, guys? I don't know. I'm sorry. Shout out to all the fathers out there, man. Hey, they they hit the sensor in the right spot for sure. You know what I mean? You got Father Day coming up. Hey, you're right, man. But yeah, you're right because I never know if I never know like when I got like a female listening, but you know what I mean? You're right. Hey, Prince, you got ladies now. They're like a director. They're like a director, man. Like uh, somebody directing the plane over there. No, over there. You know what? We ain't even gonna go there, man. Y'all know how my lives can turn out. We can start educating the. Hey, this is. Hey, am I right or wrong? Isn't this still education? Come on now. Oh, this light tripping, man. Nah, man. I gotta take this light. It's tripping though, for real. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, man. If y'all in the wrong hood in Miami and the light is stuck on you, look to the left, look to the right. Survive that night. No, I don't know if Miami's still that bad. I know back in the days it was crazy now. But I guess the wrong neighborhood is always gonna be the wrong neighborhood. You know what I mean? Hey, imagine it. Imagine you got a car like full of different people from all generations. You got somebody from Europe in the car, like a Mexican in the car, like Jamaican in the car, and like you got car deep full of different people from different backgrounds, and they happen to get lost in Miami, and they end up in the worst neighborhood, and the police passing by. You think that car ain't getting pulled over? They getting searched. You know what I mean? They gonna want to know what the heck y'all doing around here. What y'all doing around in these parts this time of night, boys? Everything all right? I think we're gonna have a search. Give me a minute there. Let me go ahead and run your tag, driver. Let me go ahead and get your ID there. What y'all boys up to tonight? That's when they go shine their flashlight in everybody's eyes. Y'all come out here to have a good time, huh? Y'all got yeah. That's when they radio in the cop with the that got the dog. They radio him in. Yeah, we gonna need a couple canine units out here. Yeah, we got some boys trying to make a run again. Yeah, we got a black one, we got a white one, we got a Mexican, we got I don't know, he looked like a European mixed with Chinese here. Yeah, we gonna need a couple dogs out here. That's when you know hey, you better not have nothing in the car. It's over. Hey, if y'all got something in the car, it's gonna be like, hey,
whose bag this belong to? Not mine. Not mine, sir. Not mine. Not mine. Oh, that ain't mine, sir. If somebody gonna go down for this, we gonna take out everybody. I remember back in the days, we were the Jets, man. We got caught up like that, man. Ain't none of us confess who shit that was, man. And officer was cool, man. He let us go. That car did get towed though, but he let us go. You know what? I wonder what happened to that bag of stuff that they took from us. I hope it went to good use. Man. It's a Monday. We are here. About to go get this done, man. I got a trainee today. Trainee today. Get this shit off the truck, man. Let me go get this shit off the truck. See, the food service, you gotta hype yourself up, man. Huh? You say let them use the remote truck. I ain't gonna lie, I might play around a lot, but when it comes to training, you know what happened on the HMI? Be honest, that's very common in food service, though. This job ain't for everybody. Oh man, he was trying about he had him a baby route, man. He had him a old starter route. He was crying. Man, I got this new visor. Crying about 500 cases. Damn shame. Goddamn shame right there.
Man, Prince, you think food service drivers? I don't think all food service drivers can do flatbed. I still think flatbed takes a lot of patience, and I think I don't know. I think flatbed is a lot of drivers scared to do flatbed because some of them loads you gotta really get up there to tarp it. You know what I mean? One thing I want to tell all the new drivers out there: when you come into food service and you're getting trained, any company, not just food service, make sure you get to work before the person that's going to train you. That's one advice I can give you. But you got to understand. One thing I want to tell all the new guys that's getting trained: when you're in training, you got to understand that the person that's training you, they got to report every little single thing that you do. So remember that. So if you see somebody training you, if they let you do the whole job for the whole day, don't go crying because you're gonna have to do it on your own anyway. And if they see that you can't do it, guess what? What do you think they got to report back to the supervisors, the management? This guy ain't gonna be able to perform the job, sir. So that's a little hint I can give you guys. Don't think we out here using y'all as helpers. You know what I mean? Hey, hey, Prince, your instructor, he was from the military. 'Cause I hear all ex-military guys, they're very on point. They're very punctual when they gotta do with being on time. And I heard them with that saying a lot: if you're early, you're late. My saying is, if I'm early, I'm just trying to be early. you know. Yeah, I'd rather somebody be early or late. Yeah, I know that sounds like military talk right there. So how am I late if I'm early, sir? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like ever since U.S. Foods, I'm known for leaving people if they're late. I don't give a damn because the way I look at it, I already got the job. You trying to get the job, you got to be punctual. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be some days where I'm late, but but life is not fair, guys. You know what I mean? I had to go through it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in today, man. We gonna start moving this truck, so you already know that we gotta start doing our thing. So y'all be easy out there, man. Hey, y'all make sure to go subscribe to GI Joe Truck channel. Go subscribe to Dirty Broke and all other YouTubers on here. And Truck Abdullah. Truck Abdullah got that video coming out soon. That's gonna be a nice video right there. So y'all subscribe to those channels, stuff like that. I mean, let me do well. I still hold on. I'm doing my pre-trip, so I get on run my mouth for 2 minutes before I get out of here. Shut up. Computer, get on my nerves. Certified, agree. Certified. Don't forget to certify, guys. Yeah, these log books, these electronic laws, they basically babysit us. That's what they do. Oh, Truck Abdullah, you still here? I'm trying to see how far away from me you live, man, because I might take you up on that offer to come get them damn woods because them things expensive, man. How far away? What? I forgot what city you say you live in. What city you live in again? Never mind. You don't got to say it. I remember. My bad. It's not that far at all. Yeah, I'm tripping. This shit only like less than 50 miles, I think. 50, 60 miles. Yeah, it ain't far at all. I mean, for a truck driver, it ain't far, but people. You got me a new smoker yesterday. Thing cost almost $600, man. It's all good though. Good investment. Start slinging my plates starting this Friday coming. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like with my barbecue business, my cooking business, my goal is to try to make that pay my mortgage. Make enough money to make that pay my mortgage. If that can pay my mortgage, man, I'm one step ahead of the game, bro. That's hustling with a purpose. You know, Like I like detailing, but cooking is a lot easier for me. To me, it's a lot. I don't know, but still gonna be doing both of them. And we're gonna get out of here, man. Hey, y'all be easy. Appreciate y'all for watching.